Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the BSC Spring Season Round 4. And we're tackling Phoenix Raceway for the Kawiki 150. I'm James Parfitt, going to be joined in the booth, as always, here, my partner in crime, and has been for the last, I don't know, 2 years, 18 months, I think it is. Here's Mr. Kenton Sportak, as always. Track length, well, it's literally a mile after this weekend's Cup race and Xfinity race. If anybody's watched it, I will inform you now, there are no rules on the yellow line. Unlike poor old Mr. Joey Logano, who did end up getting a drive-through for jumping over the yellow line before the start-finish line. There is no yellow line rules by what I've been told here this evening. Let's see how many make the most of it, how many don't. Well, it's going to be an interesting one, and let's bring Kenton into the booth. Kenton, welcome in, bud. Hey, I'm all right. Not bad day. I've been a busy boy, dude. I've like got a list of things to do that extend my arm length. It is absolutely ridiculous. Staying out of trouble. It's a wonderful terminology. Doesn't always work. Not gonna lie. We cannot hear him. Who can you not hear? Kenton, speak for me. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Give me 2 seconds. I'm working on it. For some reason, it's not picking you up, which is very bizarre. I do love modern technology, you know. Being that last week, it worked fine without any dramas. Right, hopefully, you should be able to hear Kenton now.
Hello again, everybody.
There
Hopefully
we go.
this time it is working.
I love the fact that Vert didn't even get your name right. He said, we cannot hear Kevin.
I saw that.
Yeah. Or Kenton, Vert, that'll do. Yes, we've got him. So there we go, he's back. Yes, he is
Close
back.
Enough.
We're back for the Kawiki 150. Now, I had to fill you in where this name come from. Would you like to tell everybody where it's from?
Yeah, I was very lost as I had no idea who or what Kawiki was. At first, I thought it was just some British thing. But no, it's actually Alan Kawiki, who is the very first Cup race winner at the Phoenix Raceway in 1988.
Yes. Well done. After my job's there, well done. I had to tell him in the green room before we went live what it actually meant. It's part of the weird and wonderful things that I search up some of the information, and then next you know, the race is randomly called it. There you go. There's the yellow line. Exact moment. I am very intrigued how that's going to work. We did see over the weekend, if anybody's watched the Cup race, the Xfinity race, they were 4-5 wide going across there. What do we think? How's this going to work here? Because it's a very dangerous line to play.
It definitely can, and I think the only thing I've kind of heard is they're not going to hard enforce it here, but it's going to be you can only go down after the start finish line is kind of their hope. But you got to be careful if you're going, because if the guy above you doesn't go under that apron, it's still your job to come up safely, which could definitely lead to some issues if you're 3 cars wide and one of the cars isn't able to get back up, and you reach those corners, you're gonna have a really ugly exit, and especially coming out of that turn 4 and the dog leg, I guess, and into the start finish straight. As turn 1 and 2, there was very little grip down at the yellow line. It's lane 2 or higher really is where you're going to get the most amount of grips. You got to be a little careful with that, and you definitely don't want to get kind of stuck down low and lose a bunch of positions just because of that. So it's going to require some finesse, some smarts. to make it through. But yeah, these guys should be able to do that. That's no problem.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't know. I'm probably going to ask the wrong person for a Canadian that doesn't watch NASCAR. Did you watch the Cup race over the weekend?
I did not. No.
Okay, I don't know why I'm so shocked, to be blatantly honest, because I figured you hadn't.
I really at least need to start watching like the highlights or something before we do these.
Yeah, you go on YouTube, get the 8-minute highlights. That does the same job. Poor old Joey Logano copped a penalty. Now man, NASCAR were being finicky. Right, the finish line is there now. Down in the corner is basically where the white line, where the start-finish line is. He copped a penalty just in the background there for his front left part of his fender hitting the yellow line just after. Now, it was a hard penalty. Like, man, it was so minor, it was unbelievable. And I was in complete disbelief. But what they were doing at this point, now I'm going to try and if I can get a shot here. This is going to be me doing some camera magicry at the same time of where it was. When they go past that start-finish line, Brad, go slow. Please go slow. Preferably not that slow.
You came to a stop.
Right, so basically, as they come in behind here, now I'm going to try and get Soyagara, which is not going to happen off that camera angle. They were literally cutting straight down, straight across the left corner, right the way over. Now, one of the things that was picked up on was just how hard they're going to end up scrubbing tires because of that cut and how tight they've got to come out the other side. Are we thinking now? I messaged Arman and said, look, dude, what are the rules on the yellow line? Do you have anything that we need to know about? Now, initially, he said no to me. So as far as I was concerned, they could cut straight across that yellow line and come up basically just on the pit exit line. What? Is that, as far as I'm aware, that's still a thing. I haven't heard any difference about it. My fear is the inside coming up into traffic if the outside run the yellow line. We saw it over the weekend as well. It caused a mass pile-up. It kicked off with 4 cars and then 3 ended up going in the back of him. It's going to be a tough one to how they work this one out, I think.
Yeah, it's thankfully in comparison to real life, is you can hop on the mic and quickly just make a comment about something or at least give a heads up. Obviously you can't really do that super easily if you're driving in an actual NASCAR in terms of trying to talk to other teams, but it's gonna be tricky for sure. And like you said, yes, you're going to scrub tires off if you're making that super harsh kind of angle coming off the line of the start finish line and immediately diving down as deep as you can to sort of try and straight line that whole corner. But I mean, as long as you're smart about it and if there's the space, especially if you're sort of in single file and not driving with someone up on your outside, you can kind of just throw all caution to the wind in that sense and just do what you need to do. You'll probably have to come in for tires a little bit more at worst, but I think in honesty, the biggest concern I'm gonna sort of have is actually the making sure you're not making sure you're reaching enough braking going into 1 and 2 in a way that works, because it's a very weird braking for both or for all of the corners, because they're all very different. Like 1 and 2 a little bit more of the same, but 3 is completely separate. 4 is once again very separate. So it's I think just nailing all of the corners in a lap. That one straight line lap you can kind of adjust, that one straight line corner you can kind of adjust for. But if you kind of lose a lot of speed, the number one thing people do and always will is try to overspeed a different corner. And it's not really the track you can do that on. So consistency, I think, is going to be more important than getting a great cut down on turn 1 there. So I think it's going to be more so try and put the whole lap together, not just slap one good corner.
Yeah, here is the grid. David Trogdon leads us away with Dan Michaud in second, Anthony Savignano in third, and Jackowitz, Witt, Reed, Kimmel, Kern, Young, Gara, TJ and Terry on the same line. That's going to be an interesting one. Josh Keefe, Armand Brusso, Trenton, Rob Sizemore, Brandon McLaughlin, Joshua Kuhn. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready. Hold on to your hats because we're going to be green very shortly. Round this corner is a long pit lane. They have got a mission and a half. The pit lane is so long. Into the Geico restart zone. Here we go. It's green. Trumpton's going to get away. This is going to be the moment. Oh, we're going to have to look back. We're going to have to look back, see if he cut it, because it looked very close from David Trumpton there. That was what we were talking about, Kenton. That was the issue we were going to have. Has he not cut the start right at the beginning?
Yeah, it was really tight. I'm not sure if he quite cut it or if he just got over, but that'll be one they'll have to. Race stewards might have to have a look at it. If this was F1, you'd just see noted, and that would be all you'd see. But and then 3 hours after the race, they'll let you know. But yeah, I mean, great view sort of it, and we got to see a couple cars go all the way down while a couple cars stayed up, and everyone seemed to be more or less okay. It looks like Seven Yano. Wow, I can not say his name today.
That works.
He's gotten a phenomenal start to this, as he has already got a 4/10 of a second lead. Yeah, you can see it's going to be really interesting because, like I said, turn 1 and 2 down at the line, there just is not a lot of grip. You get way more grip, especially going into 1 in lanes 2 up to the wall. And you can get a little bit more down to the yellow one, turn 2 of that, because you almost want a diamond 2 and 3, or 1 and 2, so go into kind of apex, double apex the corner there. Obviously the dog leg is try and cut as much as you can, but it's very interesting the different braking too. Like in 1, it's more of a trail brake, so a little bit of brake, try and rotate the car, and get off the brakes. Whereas going into 3, it's a lot heavier on the braking. I'm actually kind of surprised to see, I believe that was Dan Michelle we were just on, that's going up in 5th gear. For the most part, you're really going to be in 4th, going into turn 3, drop down into 3rd, but...
Seems to be managing this in 5th and 4th. On board with Janko, it's in 4th. You can see him there going into 1 and 2. He's got the rotation fine. He seems to be able to accelerate out. Coming into 3 and 4, as you say, you want to drop down, get into the yellow as much as you can. Try and not slide too far out on the exit. Now this is the moment there at the finish line. You can see the front block just diving off to the left-hand side, and they open up the gap. That's going to be one of the things that people are going to have to look out for. Further down, Armand Brusso looks like he's just come back on track as well, sporting a new livery this week at the same time for Armand, so good job from him with Slim Jim. Well, there we go.
Oh, good old Slim Jim.
I don't know what they are, so no idea.
It's basically like a pepperoni sort of like stick, beef jerky stick almost. It was just a very specific. Oh,
Keith!
Oh, he saved it. Nice job by Keith to save that one, because yeah, that looked sketchy.
Vert's in YouTube chat. Both cars were okay dropping down after the start-finish line. Well, there we go. We don't have to go back and have a look. It saves me a job. Thank you very much.
Saves me some time.
Yeah. There you go. There is the Cactus. You can see these guys here as well. I'm really looking forward to, I don't know, this Phoenix race over the weekend was epic. You see somebody else coming up as well. There's Brandon McLaughlin in the 81. He come up like an absolute rocket in front of Brusso. Tire wear. What do we think?
Tire wear is going to be pretty significant, especially throughout the race, especially if we get a lot of long green flag runs. Turn 3 will really hurt your tires. Trail braking that you're going to have to do in turn 1 will also not help them for sure. Just that rotation while you're trying to brake will just burn them a little bit more. Definitely have to be smart. Take advantage of the speed you're able to carry, and that's why you kind of want to avoid that inside lane, as it'll burn your tire and you get no real grip, so it's just going to spin them a little more. So definitely staying out of that and staying kind of up here. There's going to be a couple of change tires if you can, because I believe they actually have a if I remember correctly, I think they actually have 2 sets today. maybe a little bit more. They have, 4 sets. So there's probably a good chance that you're going to use at least 3. But we'll see if that ends up that way, or if they decide to kind of stick with just trying to milk as much as they can out of each set. I know Alex loves doing that. Mr. Alex Witt, he loves trying to push those tires that little bit longer.
Yeah, he definitely does. Played it at 0.25 speed. Plenty of gap. Cheers, Vert. Says me. Says me going back. We're trying to figure it out there as well. Much love to you. Thank you so much for that one. As we go over the start-finish line. Oh, Witt got a little bit close to the wall. There we go. One of the people I do want to pick on, and I'm not picking on him because that sounds a little bit harsh. I want to pick up on is Trogdon. Oddly enough, this season, compared to last season, he's improved massively.
Yeah, he's had for lack of a better term, a good off-season glow-up in his racing. Yeah, he's looked really good out there. Been very fast. I mean, he's holding a decent gap on Alex Witt and staying nice and close to Anthony there, Savignano.
Chicken.
Sorry?
You chicken.
Yeah. Savignano.
I know it is. Don't you worry.
Yeah. Staying nice and close to him, and he's put himself in a great spot, and he's not. It doesn't look like he's overextending his tires. It doesn't look like he's really trying to force anything too crazy. He's just kind of sticking to the race, doing what he needs to do. I think he's gonna burn his tires a little quick if he keeps staying down at the line going into 1. But if I'm up here, there's a reason. So
Yeah,
maybe he knows a trick that I don't know. So
one of the interesting thing is, if you listen, he's got a nice run in. It doesn't seem like he's having to try and trail break that in too much. He does it the same here. He left off really early, minimal input. Look at his wheel. It's not full angle to the left if he's burnt up his tires by the time he's on lap 16. He's lifting off really early and just allowing the car to rotate on its own. And I think that's a skill that he's obviously gone away and learnt at Phoenix, because it's not something that we see. Some people go in quite late. They quite got a lot of rotation on their wheel. You can see he's barely at 25%, 20% of a rotation on that wheel. So he clearly has got something in this circuit. And they're opening up the gap as well behind him. Brad Young's just had an incident. We'll have a look back at that. But for Trogdon, he's doing a stellar job on his rotation, the way he's controlling the car, everything at the moment.
Yeah, it looks very smooth. And that's the big thing with Phoenix, is smooth inputs the entire time is going to do you so much better than, trying to make big splashy kind of turn or getting real heavy on the brakes, or even that big cut after the start finish line. It's just being very smooth and patient with the car, kind of let it do what it needs to do. Don't try and force it too hard. But he's getting off fairly early, but I wouldn't say it's anything ridiculous. And he's carrying a good amount of speed.
Look at Sav's rotation on his wheel. Not much more than Trogdon's got. He's not lifted early enough.
No, a touch earlier, but you're even right. Yeah, you can see. I mean, he's sticking to that second lane, going through 1, gets down low to go through 2, and you kind of want to be straight before you get on the throttle. And you can see he's sort of fighting the corner a little bit as he gets on it's a little bit of wheel spin coming off the back end as he makes his way out of 2. And that's kind of it's a tricky corner, because like I say, you kind of want to diamond through 1 and 2. Like you'll see, so we come up, Trogdon's going to go all the way down to the line. Kind of, not going to hear a whole lot, go out wider, come back, start to get into the throttle, and then full speed. And you can see his tires or his wheels are straight, are basically straight. So he can actually get a lot more power in a lot quicker, and he can sort of just not have to fight the corner as they get on exit, trying to sort of save the tires a little bit. And exactly as Vertigo says, Trogdon saving the tires, Savignano sawing at the wheel doesn't help. And you can see him kind of fighting that corner. whereas Trogdon's just kind of coming back up, goes to the left, comes back up. He's not really whipping back and forth the whole time, so that'll definitely help. And you can see, I mean, I don't think I've seen him go into fifth gear.
No.
At all. He's just sticking to fourth.
And the thing is as well, the way I've done this is judged it in my head is the tape in the middle doesn't go below the white line underneath the black dash. So if you look where the dash is, you can see Trogdon's tape doesn't go beneath the white line on there at all. Whereas if we go on board with Saviano, it's a different story. The rotation he was getting, he's too late on the liftoff. You can see he drops well below the white tape. You know, and we're watching him going into the next, not this one because he shouldn't really have to turn drastically hard, but the one here, again, he's not lifting early enough. The rotation, the tape starts dropping below the white line again, all the way around, and Trogdon just seems a lot smoother, which is great for him. Some of the things that we have got going on is Cody Kern and Noel Jakowitz. Cody Kern's just gone under Jakowitz here as well. We got Kuhn having a freeway battle further back with Sizemore and Armand Brusso. I know, I saw that. I do want to pick up on what happened to Bradley Young. That's Terry, TJ in behind it. Oh, TJ. Whoop. Ow. Bumped up by your brother. A little bit harsh.
Yeah. Dang. Rude.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe he owes him a soda or something and didn't pay up.
Yeah, literally ran over him. Have you noticed with Brad as well, though? No Mountain Dew.
Yeah, I saw that. He's gone to the Busy Bee.
Yep.
We'll have to chat with the hamster, figure out why.
Yeah, maybe. This guy's going to go over the line, figure out why. Poor hamster. Hopefully we'll be able to get the stage breaks up on the left-hand side for you very, very shortly. Great spot. Thanks for that. See, what can I say? I've got glasses for a reason, mate. Can't help it. Terry W has just unfortunately lost a place there to Joshua Keith. There I even look of how Terry's rotation is. Ooh, we're going 60, we're not going 40. So I'll just stay on board with Terry here while I just make some adjustments to the stage break situation. Why have we got that when
Spain Hours is looking pretty good here too. Terry W, he's kind of in that same sort of boat, just a nice smooth inputs, and yeah, it might cost you a little bit of time or a little, I mean, you know, maybe a place or two, but if we keep going like this, I'm gonna be way more comfortable in their car as we make it through, you know, to lap 38, 40, 50 with those tires than someone who's a little more aggressive on the inputs or a little bit more sporadic. That's the term.
Yeah, there you go.
Sporadic, a little more sporadic on the inputs. And once those tires start going, like this track, it's not a friendly track if your tires are they're burned.
Wow! Oh my God, where's it gone?
Yeah, those are
wow.
Those are dead. Those are dead. That's screaming for help.
Same. I don't believe it. So it's not this corner where Keith was like, I don't know, he was like underneath. He'd gone, disappeared off the screen. We'll jump onto Spain now at the same corner entry. Keith is just going up. The steering wheel's going left. Terry's is barely moving.
Yep. And that's just a case of those tires. And you know, it's NASCAR, as much as it's go fast, turn left, and a lot of these tracks, once you get off kind of those bigger, you know, Daytonas and Atlantas and stuff like that, once you're off of those, it does take a lot more technical, just where to steer, where to get off, where to lift, where to tap those brakes. And yeah, if your tires get cooked early, that's a problem. And the longer the runs go, the better you're going to be.
I do worry about practice in the same boat here, because they both got started, which is great for him. Any improvement is better than no improvement. Let's just put it that way. Brogdon's down one. Saviano jumped him straight at the start. If you didn't miss that one there. Russo runs down underneath. He's got to come back up cleanly. He did do that. What's going on here? Wide.
I think Terry just stamped on those brakes trying to avoid that problem.
Yeah, he backed out of that one. No way he wanted to get involved with that. Fair play, Terry. I wouldn't have gotten involved in that either. Brandon McLaughlin, the lap car in behind these guys. Russo again running that shorter line, or well, depending on which way you look at it. However, that's not quite going to be Terry's tyre thing. You know what I mean? I'm a little bit worried now for him on that one, but has it made a difference to what rotation he's got going on there? Car engine to no, I've changed it, mate. It's all right. I've got it. Don't worry. I've got you. Seen it flash up red on my screen, which was a little bit more weird considering I didn't even barely moved it. I think it was as we went from cockpit to outside the car, it got a little bit excited.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's too atrocious.
Terry!
That won't help though.
No, he needs to cool him back down. I think that slamming on the brakes probably didn't do him any favors, but he's just about to go a lap down, unfortunately, as well, because that Saviano's just gone past him. Saviano's led for 32 at a 60, stage break at 60, of course. Trogdon's dropping back a little bit. Dan Michel was in that. But I do wonder how much tyres Trogdon's got left compared to Saviano in front. Terry, your mate's behind you. Let him through. Because otherwise Dan Michel's going to jump him as we go past the tower there. That was quite a scary moment. But at the moment, these guys battling it out nicely.
I mean, Trogdon's got a ton of tire life. And as much as Saviano looks like he's more sporadic, he seems to be holding the pace at least. Might be using more inputs, but he's still keeping it off the wall. He's not having it. Doesn't look like he's having too many issues yet. We'll see as we get closer to stage break, and then after that, the long run of 90 laps that we're gonna have is gonna be a little more interesting.
The mid-corner change for Dan Michel though. See if we can hear it on the next one. There.
Yeah, he drops back down to fourth.
And then accelerates that. Oh, double acceleration and cuts a lift off.
Hit the wall a little bit on that outside as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, a little bit of a bump up front. I think that was
That Brusso.
that's Reed. Reed on the inside, and yeah, Armin Brusso on the outside there.
Trogdon's in. I am surprised by that.
I'll probably take a slapshot of fuel, come back out. I mean, if your tires are cooked, he's going to be moving quicker with a little bit nicer feeling tires. And more fuel now. Get that done and over with, not trying to do it last minute.
But he's got a stage break 21 away. Is he gonna?
Yeah, I don't know
down?
if they would make it that far. I don't think they're gonna quite, because I know typically they want to at least have one before the stage. Usually, I know we didn't in Coda, but I think with this they're gonna try to.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we're gonna keep an eye and see how they get on here once more. Everybody diving in pit lane.
Everyone's in.
Yeah, Wick,
yeah, everybody's in now.
Yeah, Wick, Kimmel, TJ, Kern, all in the pit lane. The interesting thing is just how long this pit lane is.
Oh,
It's
mate, ridiculous.
It's so long. It goes practically around 3/4 of the race circuit. You go in at 3, for entrance to 4, and then you go all the way around until basically you're coming out of 2. It is ridiculously long. It's not even, yeah, it's just, it is an absolute crazy pit lane. Witt's got a bit of a touch because he's right towards the end of it, but for people that, where is he? Terry W, look how far he's got to go round, and now he can come out It is a crazily long pit lane, but there we go. Dan Michel's in at the same time. Savignano's just gone in, and Sawyer Gara. Is Savignano going to hold on to the lead on the race off pit lane? It looks like he is. Cody Kern was the next one on track. Kern's not even going to get Michel either, but he has jumped Trogdon. Trogdon now down to 4th place. Got jumped from Cody Kern. 41 of 60 to go. And we're kicking it in now because everybody's had to dive into pit lane. It is pit lane time. Sawyer Gara in and out. But then again, as we said, expected with the tyre life.
Yeah, I'm kind of shocked, actually. Trogdon, I think, took tires. He had a 14-second pit stop there, almost 15 seconds. Whereas Savignano and Dan Michel only had just under 8 seconds for a pit stop. Same with Cody Kern. His was just under 7. Very interesting, because Cody Kern's actually back in the pit lane. I would not have expected Trogdon to have taken tires there. I guess maybe just taking advantage of what he can. That extra speed, fresh tires. Why not, I guess? You have 4 of them.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was going to say. You've got 4 of them. So you've got one that you can take now. If you break 150 up, you're going to go 40, 40, 40, 40.
Mm-hmm.
In hindsight, right? Because that's where you're going to get the most equal spread of tyre life. Trogdon, funny enough, coming at 38. So he's just 2 laps short. If he can extend this next run on these tyres for another 40, he might not be in a bad position at the end. It depends on how the tyre life goes. And if he can drive as smooth as what he has been, I don't see him having too much of a problem. I think if he holds it, I think he could be in a good place come the end. I think that's the thing for David Trogdon. If he goes that 40, 40, 40, 40 split, there's no reason why he should struggle, right?
Yeah, well, and just looking at this, like, so he took tires. He got held up in traffic on that last lap. The lap before, Savignano did a 28.73, Dan Michel did a 28.66, and Trogdon did a 28.03. That's a significant difference in lap times. Like right here, okay, so last lap's 28.61, 28.73, 27.97 from Trogdon. But he's putting in almost, half a second per lap faster than everybody else, than, the guys ahead of him. The only other person touching 27 currently is Noel Jackowitz, who also had a just under 15-second pit stop, so probably around the same time grabbed some new tires as well. And he just, Jackowitz actually just got past Alex Witt. So, yes, it's, not as beneficial to take tires every pit stop because you're going to lose 7, 8-ish seconds.
He'll get that back.
You're going to make that back real quick. Like, he's already reeled in Dan Michel. And Dan Michel was decently ahead. Nothing crazy, but, still quite ahead. And he reeled him in like it was nothing. It looked like Max Verstappen out there on fresh softs compared to everyone else on hards. Like, it was ridiculous. I was just instant. And went right by him like he was standing still.
Yep. That's the run and land. That 3.6 seconds that Trogdon's got to Savignano is going to come down really, really quickly. Because, as you say, Savignano, by the looks of it, on a 7.8 second stop, I think he might have just topped up on fuel. I don't think he took tyres at the same time. I would be surprised if he had done. But for Trogdon, he's just 2.9. We've lost a second already. It's insane the amount of time he's gaining.
Yeah, he's lapping almost, was that about 0.7 a second faster right now? And that, almost a full second faster than Dan Michel behind him per lap. That time's going to drop real quick, and terrifyingly being very smooth on those tires. He's not even heavy trying to push right now. And he's gone into the 27s for the last 4-ish laps. He's the only one who's doing that. Even Noel Jackowitz is already back up in 28.2s. You've got some like Alex Witt. He had an 11-second pit stop. Not sure he only took one side of tires, but he's like 29s. A lot of guys are starting to get into the 29s, some in the 30s. And he just went 28.17. For that lap, he was only 0.5 of a second faster. Only 0.5.
Yeah, half a second. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And he's closing in 1.4. I think this is going to be down to next to nothing very, very quickly. I think Trogdon could be the stage winner, I've got to be honest, because we've not had any other caution so far. And I'm praying to God it stays like that. But I've got a funny feeling it should do in conjunction with the fact of where everybody is, right? Because they're all fairly spread out along the racetrack. Was going to bring the track map up, but it's still broken. So Saviano, I think, made a mistake then by not taking tyres. I think that 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 80, yeah, hold on, no, 40, 40, 40, sorry, I was trying to count how many 40s I said, to break these tyres up was probably the right move.
The only thing I could see with Savignano is, because obviously he didn't take tires then, he's most likely going to take them on stage break, because why would you not? And that might free up, because these will only get, was that 22 laps for Trogdon on this set if he decides to replace him, or he's going to get completely left out to dry on the restart with everyone else being on fresh tires. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out after, because obviously taking tires now means you have one less for later on in the race, and you kind of, if it stays green like we have been, which I would not be surprised if it did, how this race has gone so far, that could be beneficial for him, having avoided, having to do anything like that. But if it turns into a few, 3, 4, 5, 6 cautions, his strategy kind of gets pooped on that one.
Yeah, I do agree. I agree with that as well. He literally just roared around the outside of Savignano like he wasn't even there on the exit of 3. He just literally went straight past him. No real dramas at all. I think even if he goes
already almost 2 seconds ahead too.
Yeah, I think even if he goes in pits and changes again, he's got to change again, because if he doesn't, he's going to get strung out to dry at the start. So even if he goes in and changes again, he's still going to have 2 sets to go. So he can still go that 100, and then if he's got a spare set for the end at any point, because of that scenario, he I would have thought should be okay. I think that's the thing. I think he should be okay, and I do agree. But I think Trogdon could win this if he keeps patience. I honestly think he can, because he is looking so smooth at the moment. We've got 3 to go here. He's led for 5 laps, started in first. He's currently in first. He's been down to third and fourth at one point, and then got back up. 2 to go.
And he's already almost at 3 seconds. Like, he just didn't even blink and just gone. Like, that was it. I mean, he's going to have to make the next set last a little longer, I think. Obviously, 90 laps will be sort of what we have left. So there'll be about 2, 3 safety car laps. So he'll probably have to make one set. And if he's smart, try and make this next set last, 42, 43, 44 laps if they can. Obviously, depending on fuel. He's going to want to try and save a little bit of fuel. Probably try and do one stop in between if you can. It's going to be tricky. You're going to have to be pretty smart about it. But if he's able to, it's going to be an interesting tactic. I like it. A little different.
There we go. Stages at the end. Hit stage break for the admin box. Cup Series Season 11 with the BSC. David Trogdon is your stage winner. Great run. Absolute great run. That was incredible run for him. And I'm going to try and bring him in before he ends up going down. Pit lane still shut. Let's bring him in. David, can you hear me?
Yeah, man.
Stage 1 winner, Bud. You're looking comfortable out there, I've got to be honest.
It's felt pretty good so far. I didn't think I'd end up with the stage, but it's feeling pretty good.
Dude, you are looking mighty. Your inputs are smooth. Your tire life is smooth. just a quick question. How many sets of tyres have you got left?
To be honest with you, not sure. I'm going to double stint these. I just took these for the stage pretty much.
I'm a little bit worried if you double stint them, everybody puts fresh on me, you're going to get eaten alive at the beginning.
I will for a little bit. I'd rather do it now than have it at the end, but you know. But we're just rolling the dice, see how it goes.
No, I reckon you're still sitting with 3 in the pit lane. If you go now, get tyres on, at least you won't get eaten right at the beginning. Just saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, congratulations on your stage. Win 10 points, and we're not even at the end of the race.
All right, appreciate it.
All right, man. Have a good one.
Interesting.
I
Okay,
am
so he's going
shocked.
to push. I kind of see what he's doing. Because they have 4. Yeah, he's only pit once, so he's probably got, unless they, this would be 2 that he's used, so he should only have 2 left.
Even Vert's
So
like,
he's-
very interesting. Wizards in as well. Sizemore's got on right where he wants to. Where would that be, Wizard? Tell us. Where has Sizemore got on that we don't know about? Don't know. I do love it when he comes in. Does that as well.
Very curious on how this is going to end up working. Because obviously this is going to be a little trickier. He's got some fresh tires on a couple.
They've all got fresh tyres on apart from Sawyer Gara.
Strap, of course.
Trenton Smith, you chicken. Phoenix is a poo-poo track. Instead of risking everyone's life, I decided to start a park. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we're going to go. We're going to get the run to the end now. That's the pit lane entry, by the way. Just as I'll point out how long this pit lane is. They're not even going to be remotely green yet because the start line's right round the corner. But hold on to your hats because we are going to get going. God, this pit lane is so bloody scary. So bloody long as well. Just goes on for absolutely ever. But there we go. Into the go-go restart zone. And once more, we are up and running. And we are green, green, green for the Kulwicki 150 here once again. And if you missed the beginning, you don't know why it's called the Kulwicki 150. Do your research, let me know. But a great start from Trogdon. I'm a little bit worried about just how long he's going to get run over for here. Kenton, is he going to be able to hold it up? Savignano, although has gone past him, not great on tyre life. Already his line's below the white line.
I think that one was just because he was trying to carry more speed to sort of complete the pass. We'll have to kind of see when he's, now that he's out free. Seems to...
Got a choppy.
A little bit of sawing. This doesn't seem to get... I don't know if he's just not holding the brake long enough going into one. And he's kind of not trailing it enough.
He's not lifting off enough. He's not getting it slow enough down to rotate. Now, I'm going to try and pick up on a brake marker. It's very difficult. Between the black and red. See the black and red sign on the wall on the right-hand side? That's where his braking rotation is. Now, when he comes down to this one, it's on the crest of a hill. There's a little bump just coming in. He just starts now, which is far too late. Now, let's go to here. Now, as I said, between the red and black on the left-hand side was the initial marker. I know it's not a great marker, but it's probably the only one I could find. Trogdon, already off. Off just as we got to the black. Now, we knew he was going to slide up. He said he's going to try double stinting the tyres. Again here, let's have a find out where he lifts off, because as we said, it was on the crest. He's already off way before the crest. So
yeah, kind of using that hill sort of help rotate the car opposed to trying to stop going over it.
Yeah, it's absolutely mental. The two differences in styles, as he said, he knew he was going to get eaten at the beginning, and he has done. He's all the way down. Well, saying he hasn't dropped massively. He's down in 5th at the moment. Still a lap down. We've only got 9 on the lead lap at the moment. I tell you what, I'm if I was a betting man, and well, I am generally, not. Please don't think I'm a gambling addict, all right, before you start, putting that all over wherever it goes. I've got a funny feeling Trogdon is in a really good position here. I reckon he could win this.
Yeah, it'll just be, it'll be very dependent on, because I think he's going to try and stop the second half of this, or the second stage of this race. So, I mean, he last came in on lap 38. He's the only person who hasn't been in since. Looks like the Brad came in on lap 42. Everyone else is in the late 50s, early 60s. So he's going to have to come in at least, let's say, in the next 3-4 laps.
Who are we going on about? Sorry?
Trugden. If he only is able to get 40 laps, he'd be coming in pretty quick here.
38
in the next
38, 76.
70-ish, yeah. So it'd be somewhere around there. So yeah, in the next, okay, I was wrong when I said 5 or 6 laps, but 7 laps.
I'm not going to pick you over 1 lap, mate. You know what I mean? Let's be real about it.
Yeah. So he's probably going to have to come in there. Yeah, it'll be interesting because he's gonna, if he's gonna try and 2-stop this last set, the only thing the nice thing will be his tires will be at least warm in the last closing laps, whereas other people, if they're not saving now, they're gonna have to their second stop pretty late. I'd say probably around lap 130, maybe 33-ish, somewhere around there. That they'll start coming in, and by then he'll have had his second stop. He'll be, on warm tires that aren't completely dead, and he'll have a good chance at kind of running away with it. So, strategies. I love it. Pit strategies. Have some fun. Change things up.
Yeah.
Throw chaos in.
Why not? Chuck it all in. Trying to he agrees, but was running 31s and just did away. More fun to listen to y'all tonight anyway. So there we go. Thank you, mate. Y'all.
To what?
Y'all. No, look, you ain't getting anything better than that, right? I've been doing this for 2 years and it hasn't improved a single bit over that period of time. So I'm really not hoping that you expect it to improve now. Let's just put it that way. You all, okay, just putting it out there from me to you, with love. But
from you to y'all.
To y'all. Y'all, I sound like I've been punched in the face. Y'all, you know what I mean? It's like I've just copped a left-hander in the ear when my jaw's gone one way and I'm shouting y'all at the same time.
It's a good feeling when that happens.
What? For me getting punched in the face? Thanks.
Get taking a punch right in the jaw. Oh yeah, that's a real fun one.
I
grew up playing hockey.
Mate, I don't. I grew up doing amateur boxing, so what do you expect? So I've copped a few.
There you go.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think at the moment, before we go into the history of mine and Kenton's facial injuries, we're going to get back to the fact that we got TJ sitting in 8th at the moment. We've got the Pepto car of Soyagara in front, Dan Michel, Noel Jakowitz tucked in right behind him. Everybody else is now breaking 28s. Trogdon still early 28s. He is thereabouts. Kenton, you can have a look on the left-hand side. He's got a 28.5. 3 people in front of him going into the 28s already, and he's the one on older tires.
Much older too, about 22 lap older tires, and he's holding pace not too terribly off. Like, you got Witt and Savignano, both were in the 27s. They now hopped into the 28s. Trogdon's still holding that 28. He actually went faster at 28.2. Slowly kind of reeling guys back in. He was about 6 seconds behind McLaughlin there for a minute, and now he's down to 4. So he's starting to catch back up. Tires seem to be sort of coming into their own, or second wind. They're the Lewis Hamilton tires. My tires are dead, and then sets the fastest lap. It seems to be kind of what's going on for him there, as everyone else seems to be slowing down. Like Dan Michel just did 28.61, whereas Trogdon 28.27. So very interesting on how he's making these tires still work.
Yeah, absolutely. Do agree. It's going to be interesting.
Trenton Smith. Terry is 2 laps ahead of me. Got to get back out there, run 3 more laps. Going back out.
He's still in pit lane. But you are actually in the race.
Yeah.
He's just not.
Reminds
there.
me of there was a race last year where just having an awful day, so they retired the car for Sergio Perez, but he got a penalty after colliding, so he had to go back out to serve the penalty and then retire the car again, so he double DNF'd in the same race.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you see the difference there? I have no idea what you're talking about. You know what I mean? This is the thing. How are
We're
we?
backwards.
We Irish, and we gone the wrong way. Is that the thing? No offense to Irish people. Before anybody DMs me, it's just a joke. Okay, if you can, please don't. You know, all you liberals out there, please don't go at me. All right, it was just a joke. It's just a funny joke. Okay, there we go. Yeah. How are we? I don't even know. How are we even together? Yeah, we're properly round the wrong way.
Oh, there's Trogdon's now in pit lane too.
Which we
He's gonna
expected.
be-
81.
Yeah. Nice.
Jokes are jokes. Thanks for it, but trust me, mate. I've had DMs and other messages left on videos, so you know, got to put it out there.
Exactly. Well, I mean, funny enough, actually, the thing that got me into the whole casting was F1. I was doing that, and just so happened BSC, we needed people, and I was like, I'll learn NASCAR. Let's go.
I know nothing about it as a Canadian, and I'm working alongside an Englishman who knows
stuff about it.
Knows stuff about it. It's like, you know what I mean? You can almost put WTF at the end of that and go, I don't know how we've ended up here. President now the world is changing. Oh, don't even go there, dude. Don't even start that conversation because you will have a different reaction from a Canadian I have in the booth. So, you know, let's not start politics here on the JPB YouTube channel. Let's keep it to racing because otherwise Kenton's going to walk out and he'll slam the door and I'll never hear from him again for the next 55 laps or however many we've got left. So there you go. Keep it out of it. But no jokes. Got Canadian up here, but we've got to be nice. So
exactly.
yes, let's just.
You know what happens when Canadians stop being nice?
Yeah, they slam the door, they take their ball, and they run away.
Oh, yeah, that's what we do. Not our Geneva checklist.
Well, there you go. He did say gotcha though, so we're going to move on anyway. Anyway, moving on. Brian of McLaughlin's still there. Right, Trogdon, 1 lap down, was expected. We knew this was coming. Double stint tyres. He's now going to be able to start moving back through the field. I wouldn't be, honestly, I would not. Wow, that is some glare. Where is that glare? And is
that was nasty.
That was horrible.
I was like, oh my god.
Where is that on the racetrack? Because that glare was impossible to stare at.
I don't even know. That was nasty. Was that coming out of?
Was that just?
That didn't coming out of.
Yeah, was that just our view?
Maybe.
Is that the problem?
We were just slightly higher than everybody else and took the glare right directly in the face there.
We definitely did on that one. So 86 of 150 and only one caution, and it wasn't even on purpose. It was just a stage break caution, and we're going to move on, aren't we? Quite happily, because I can't get up early in the morning. So there we go.
Exactly. So I was just laughing vertigo just because war crimes. Yeah.
See, we're still there, Vertigo. Move on.
Oh no, I just laugh because it's funny. I love that. That's what
I'll tell you what, Vert, if you make him walk out next week, you're coming in the booth with me. Okay? Just putting it up, just putting it out there.
I'll hop in the car.
Oh, that's me at Martinsville. Oh, poop. I've still got
when's that coming up?
April. Oh God, it's on April 1st. Oh my God! Somebody's putting a fool in the car.
yeah. Well, I'm curious. Have you won Martinsville?
I think I may have won Martinsville, but then again, it's like we go to Daytona, so. You know, when you got 2 special event winners in your booth, you're in a star-studded lineup. You know, as well. It was quite funny. I did have a friend. I went out with some friends, and I'm going to divert. Don't worry, they're just going around in circles. And a friend, I went out with a friend. That is true. I went out with a friend, and his son shouted at the top of his lungs. Right, I can't even remember. I think we were in a zoo or something. And he shouted at the top of his lungs. He went, "I've got James Parfitt here, famous person. He's on YouTube. Go and check him out." And I was just like, what are you doing? This like 11-year-old, 10-year-old or 12-year-old, I think he was at the time, shouting. And I was just like, please stop. Like, dude, stop. I was like, none of these people care. They don't even know who I am. So please knock it off. He was like, he's on YouTube. He's on YouTube. And then he just went, he's rich. He's rich. I was like, dude, what are you trying to get me into here? This is an absolute nightmare at the same time. Right, another
Gets you kidnapped.
Yeah, exactly. He gets me robbed, and then before you know it, you see me on a milk carton. Brandon McClellan's making his way up to third. We got 60 laps to go here of the Kawiki 150. And Savinano's still out in front. I'm still expecting Trogdon to swap around at some point. These guys are going to have to go in. He's a little bit out of sync now. I'm a little bit worried when that next stop's coming. I would, for him, if he's still sat, and I know this, he can't because he's got to get his lap back. So he can't go in with them because he's not going to get his lap back. But then he's going to have to go in between them. They pit on 60. They're going to go to about 100. He's then going to go a little bit more than 100. He's on 88,
120,
128. Yeah. Is he going to be able to get round in that 25 laps? Go away, Peggles. You're not even in the race. What are you talking about? As well, he says, go, Alex.
Doesn't need a caution, no. He just needed, once these guys start going in, he'll get that lap back.
Yeah, but then he's going to lose it
What he
again.
wants is to avoid. Yeah, but then he'll gain it back because everyone else will have to come in again. They're not going to make 50 laps unless they massive save fuel, and in that case, he'll be outrunning them anyway. To be on fresh tires with more than enough fuel to make it, doesn't have to save. He's put himself in an off strategy, or an off rotation in that sense, or different pits there. But he's put himself in a great spot. Like, yeah, okay, he's going to be down this lap. Savignano, Witt, McLaughlin, all these guys, they're going to have to come in. They all went in around 59 to 60. They're probably coming in, like you said, around 100, maybe 105. Mm-hmm. If there is not a caution before, with that, he's in a golden position.
There he is.
Be able to kind of utilize that extra stop everyone else has to do. Because based on times, no one here has been saving fuel. No. Everyone's just pushing. So they're all going to have to either heavy save the final stint, which can get dicey, or they're going to have to kind of hope for a caution later on that kind of more or less hoses Trogdon.
Yeah,
he can also stay out and get a lucky dog
if he can. The interesting thing at the moment is two things have gone on over the last 2 minutes. One, Trenton Smith has gone back out and now overtaken Terry W. So we can retire the car quite happily. He ain't going any further than 17th. No offense. You're 28 laps down or something. Two, look at the last lap times. Trogdon 27.8. Witt 29.01. That's almost 2 seconds per lap that he is pulling out. At this rate, he might be able to unlap himself realistically quite close to the front of the line.
Yeah, and that's the thing. He's already reeling in.
What
is he? He's 40 seconds total back. So he's got, and getting quicker. He's staying fast. Like he just did a 27.98, and everyone else is high 28. So he's still going about a second lap faster, and on fresher tires than everyone else. He's going to get chewed up again once everyone kind of goes into the pits. But if he's able to kind of really, sort of not necessarily milk these tires, but just kind of keep them smooth, keep your inputs, keep doing what you're doing, like Vertigo said, just nice and smooth. Just keep patient. Don't try and panic because now I'm out of sync and I've got to make up all this time. You're gonna make up all this time. Like you can see pretty much everybody ahead of you. I think he's put himself in a great position to kind of work his way back through this field.
Yeah, absolutely. Maybe a Nelson Piquet moment could happen.
Yeah,
that's a huge job. I don't even know what he's talking about.
Nelson Piquet?
I know who Nelson Piquet is, but what moment did he have?
He's had many moments. But it's that off-sync pit stop kind of splash.
Or is he
doing those right time, off time pit stops compared to everybody else?
Explain that one for us, please, because clearly up here in the booth we got a bit lost, right? I don't know what you're talking about. Or are you talking about the fact he's coming back through the field? A guy crashed to fix Fernando to win the race.
That was not Nelson Piquet.
No, that wasn't
I don't
Nelson.
think so.
I don't think that was a Nelson Piquet. I don't think he crashed on purpose for that. Who was that, Kenton? Come on, you're the Formula One guru.
I know. I'm literally trying to remember.
No, you're not. You're on Google. Don't make out about it. You're pulling out of the memory banks at the back of your brain. You're on Google.
Oh, 100%. That's how I'm trying to remember. Nelson Piquet Jr. Yeah, that's what I was like.
Okay,
Nelson
right.
Piquet. It was Nelson Piquet Jr. Yeah.
Pit lane.
That was
pit
the whole...
stops. Pit stops. 101. Kimmel, Kern, Witt. Trogdon's gone past them. Savignano's in. Trogdon's still going. He needs to clear Dan Michel before Dan Michel really goes into pit up. Going. Nope, that's going into one. Michel not in. Trogdon not far tucked up behind him. He should clear Gara, TJ, Savignano, McLaughlin, Jakowitz, Witt still. Michel's still not going in. If he clears him before the pit stop, he is going to be in a really good position.
Savignano's still in pit lane. He just left his box now. So he's going to go ripping by him pretty quick here.
Yep. He's going to go ripping by. There they all are. Savignano's out. Okay, so who is that? Just come out.
That's Trenton Kimmel.
Yeah, 52.
Yeah, Trenton Kimmel.
Yeah, so he's already gotten past Kimmel. He's now got to catch Savignano. So at the moment, on-track leader. No, because now Brandon McLaughlin's on his way out as well. But then Brandon's got like half a mile to go. When I say that in a realistic, he has got half the mile. Savignano's got, Trogdon's got through, Savignano's gone through. They've already lapped Witt. Witt's already been, no, Trogdon's already unlapped himself from from Michel, sorry, who's still not in pit lane. Taking the car very, very long here, 104. Is he trying to make this his final stop because he needs that 44?
He might be trying to.
Oh,
he seems to be going.
Oh, that nearly worked out.
Seems to be going fairly slow.
29.6 last time out. So there we go. PK Jr. deliberately crashed during the 2008 Singapore Grand Prix to give a sporting advantage to his Renault teammate Fernando Alonso. Didn't Perez purposely crash in Monaco to give himself pole position?
Different thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was well, that one was never, hasn't been like proven in that sense. It's all kind of speculative in the Sergio Perez issue. Nelson Piquet Jr., that one was fully proven, and I can't remember who the team principal was at the time, but he was originally given a ban for life from F1, and that's been changed. He was banned for like,
it's got to be Briatore, isn't it? Briatore was in charge of Renault for absolutely ages. But is this not the same as Timo Glock, Lewis Hamilton in Lagos with Fernando Massa, Felipe Massa in the championship? Just saying, putting it out there. Still think
it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the. There wasn't a crash there. That's the Felipe Massa thing is because
2-3 wide.
Had the crash and yellow flag not occurred in Singapore when it did due to them manufacturing the crash, Massa would have actually won instead of Lewis Hamilton, or sorry, instead of Fernando Alonso, which would have given Massa the extra points, and he would have beaten Lewis Hamilton for the Drivers' Championship.
Which happened in like, oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Kenton Kimmel, there's a wall there, mate. No offense. Might not want to be hitting him, especially that hard. Jakowitz as well at the moment. Trogdon still sat in third. Great run from him for Trogdon. No, still in there at the moment. There you go, no Jakowitz there.
Still running 5 tenths off.
But watch how high they get through him.
He'll stay around this time.
He might hit 28.5. You can guarantee he has to come really, really quickly. So for Trogdon, he's a spot. Okay, that was Admin Box. Go and check them out and use code BSC-box for 10% off there as well. Couldn't hit, I know. I saw it shoot up into the red once more and I caught it just in time. I did see it go nuts after a minute. It literally, for some bizarre reason, went and absolutely shot up into the red once more. The wonderful world of modern day technology, but I do try. But there we go. Jakowitz in first. Jakowitz is just past McLaughlin.
Not in first.
Yeah, not in first. He's not in first, actually. He's down in fourth. Sorry.
He's car number 1.
Yeah, that was where I got confused. Stop it. Anyway, 112 or 150.
Number 1 in our hearts, right? That's how it is.
Yeah, that's the one. That's exactly the one. Yeah, good job. Well done. I like that. Spun that well. However, Trogdon has just lost 2 positions there to Brandon McLaughlin and Jakowitz. McLaughlin and Jakowitz going side by side again further up here. Are they going to be able to run this all the way round? We're going to find out very, very shortly.
I'm Trogdon on this one. I think your aim is 123-ish. Maybe 123 to 128.
Yep. Oh, Jakowitz pushing McLaughlin now. McLaughlin's going to be in trouble if he doesn't get on a little bit. Looks like Jakowitz coming in. Trogdon 28.6. Jakowitz breaking into the 28.1s. 28.01 from Witt. 27.27 for Saviano McLaughlin. I wonder when Trogdon's going to pull the trigger. Oh, he did it. Go on, Trenton. I was still listening while I went back out. Just wanted to say you all are doing a fabulous job tonight. Thank you. Love it. Thanks, mate. You made me happy. Hey.
Making it easier for you to say it.
Yep, absolutely. Then I don't sound like I've been smacked in the face as I'm screaming. I'm like going, yo. I swear I might as well just be a strangled chicken at the time I say things like that. Give up. 116 off 150, and we've still had only 1 caution. Touch wood in my head, and we put a desk here because these guys have done a fabulous job, haven't they, this evening? One of the things we haven't checked out. Track temperature cooled down. It was up at 87, 88 degrees. It is now starting to coming down to 84. So getting a little bit cooler as we drop down into the night, March 9th, 2025. Bit late, but never mind. But there we go. So we have come down in temperature on that one. But a great job from all of these guys, to be fair, to keep this clean all the way through. Well, they did better than the real life, to be honest.
Yeah, it's been a little smoother. Less concerns of Joey Logano having to fight someone.
Yes. However, he did cop a penalty and he was not happy.
Yeah. Have you ever met a driver that's been any form of happy to take a penalty? Actually, I do know. Yeah, Max and Lando Norris in Austria last year. Yeah, he was definitely happy to take that 10-second penalty.
Again, not sure what you're talking about.
Oh,
beef.
Saved it.
Got a little bit of beef going on. No Jakowitz, Brandon McLaughlin. A little bit of door banging here at the same time. Action further back, believe it or not. A lap or so down. Trenton Kimmel was there with Jeffrey Reed. Is now not. And it was there with Sizemore. There you go, Wizard. There's your boy Sizemore. I wonder if you're going to tell him to start making the overtakes as well for Sizemore, if apparently he's got him right where he wants him. Not quite sure where that is, but we'll find out.
And Trogdon is in.
Yeah, well, we thought he was coming. Question's going to be, how fast is he going to be after? In hindsight, he's got to go 30 laps. He can literally...
Push.
Yeah, he can push. But,
He can push.
Yeah, but he doesn't want to push. Oh, bro, don't back up on me. Oh, no, you did land it. Well done. He can push, but what he doesn't want to do is burn him up inside of 5. That's the difference.
Not taking tires? Oh, there we go. I was like, what we doing here?
No, he must have done. You taking all 4 or just taking 2? You might as well take 4.
Just taking all 4.
Yeah. So this is it now. This is going to be the charge of the Trogdon Brigade, because this is the only way he's going to make this up.
That was a really slow pit stop. 23 in the box there.
2 laps.
Almost 24 seconds.
2 laps.
Yeah.
He may have just
But we'll
thrown
see.
that away.
I'm not sure why that was such a long pit stop. No one else is... Well,
It wasn't a long
Brad,
pit. Yeah, I suppose the other thing is obviously fuel. What he did there. There's no way he's making 2 laps. Even if these guys end up at 29s. Saviano last time around, 28-1. They've got 25 laps to go. There's no way he's making that. Sorry, Trogdon.
yeah, I don't think...
I was pleased for you going in, but now you're 2 laps back. Oh, I don't know. If they got to go in again. 101 to 150, 49 laps he's got to do on them tyres. We haven't seen many get past 41, 42. The only other one was Dan Michel, who took them a little bit longer. He was on 60, got him to 46, but he was ended up doing some stupidly slow lap times of 30 or plus or whatever it was. So he's possibly got one more to do. Michel, 106, 44. Outside chance possibly, but I think anybody inside the 101, 100, 102, by the time they get through these 25, they could have very, very, very bad state of tires.
Yeah, they're going to be limping around or hitting walls. So we'll see, because how that all ends up playing out. And I know, like, in Trogdon, he's not that far for being 2 laps down. Like, he's barely a second lap down.
Saviano's just in front of him, I think.
Yeah, he's
There.
yeah, you can see him just going into the corner. So I don't think he's 2 laps down, but
Oh, his rotation's changed. His rotation's changed. Watch the middle of the steering wheel on the white bar we picked up earlier. Again, that horrible sunlight. He's now below it. Is he trying to push and scrub? Is that what we think he's doing now? Because
he's been going up into 5th gear a little bit. So yeah, he's just pushing a little bit more. So he's got to put a little bit more input. But I mean, he doesn't have to save these tires and make them last. So keep an eye on that.
He can go full bore. Well, we're going to find out here how this one all turns out. Keep an eye out. David Trogdon is starting to try and come back through the field. He's 2 laps down, barely. And we say that because there he is. Saviano's up in front. That's basically about a corner between them. And Anthony Saviano with Trogdon. If Trogdon can get to 1, I'm mildly optimistic.
Yeah, I mean, he's a minute up right now.
He's already out.
Trogdon.
He's already out on a 27 nines, by the way. Saviano's in pit lane. Ooh. Ooh. He's just got 1 lap. Saviano's not stopped.
See if he gets into this pit box without any problems. how long his pit stop ends up being, because they're about if they're taking both tires, it's looking around 55 to a minute. So we'll see how well that goes.
Landed in his pit box, okay. There goes 2. Oh, I think Choctaw's going to get him here. He is going to get him. Oh, no, he's on his way out. He's quite a long way back.
He's still 50 seconds behind.
Yeah, that long, whatever that long stop went on in the middle, that second stop has killed him.
I wonder if he didn't have both tires selected to swap, and so when he got into the pits, he was just taking fuel and then clicked on the tires to have them be changed, and that was what caused the delay. Because, like I said, other than, I mean, Trenton Smith having his 13-minute pit stop that's ongoing currently.
Another one.
Really, so yes, he's been in there for a while. He's Valtteri Bottas's pit crew apparently. But like Jeffrey Reed had 1:04, but everyone else is under a minute by at least 3 seconds. So it'll be interesting. I don't think it's going to work out though. It's a good effort, I think, but I don't think he's quite going to get there.
My dark horse is this man.
Yeah, we'll see what he ends up doing. I mean, he came into pit a little bit later than everybody else.
Yep.
He's going to need, I don't think he's got enough of a gap between himself and Savignano. Let's top of the field, 13 plus. Exactly.
It's them small victories, isn't it? Small victories. Doesn't matter what it is, Jordan, it's a small victory. Fair play, sir. Fair play.
Yeah, looking at it, it's okay. If you're looking about a 50-second pit stop, I honestly, maybe Alex Witt has enough of a gap. Maybe. It's 48 seconds. He would really have to put some laps in now. Or sorry, not 48 seconds. That's trunked in there.
I think.
Jeez, what is he?
I love it. My crew is eating ice cream. 106. 44 laps on a set of tires.
If he doesn't have to pit, yes, he's got the best shot. He's good, but he also has to hold a 7-second lead that's dwindling very quickly here. In just the span of me saying that sentence, it dropped about a second.
So who are you talking about? Because I'm talking about Dan Michel here.
Yeah, he's got to hold off Savignano if he's not going to pit. And Savignano was just about 8 seconds when I made that statement. He's now 5.5 or 6.5.
Yeah, but that could have something to do with the 28.8s and the 27.5s. So. Oh. Wow.
Okay. Did Witt come back up? Just kind of
ran him over.
Yeah.
Wow.
I heard an engine blow too.
If you're ever going to be run over, you might as well do it like this. Boom.
Yeah, there's the engine pop.
Yeah. Now,
interesting.
Has Trogdon got any tires left?
Oh yeah.
Then get in pit lane.
Oh, you mean no? Oh no, he doesn't have to pit at all.
Sorry, I put you. Oh, okay. Sorry,
I mean, he still has tire life left. Sorry, his tires are what?
119.
Yeah, they're
20
10
laps.
laps, not even. Yeah, about 10 laps older than everyone else's who's in, and everyone else is coming in. So he's going to actually come out and be almost right behind. Because now,
hold on, give this a minute because this is jiggling around.
Is he going to get the wave? He's going to get a wave around too.
No, he's not.
Yep. Yep.
Nope. You know why? Don't know why? Because that man was first lap down.
You got the lucky dog though. But there's 4 cars ahead of Savignano behind the pace car. 3 cars. They might move them around.
Well, they're going to have to anyway.
Yep. Unless they decide to let him go ahead of him, which...
That would be Irish. That's a no Mikey no moment. Savignano put tyres on as well.
Yeah. No, Jackowitz did not, though.
No, Witt did. Dan Michel did. 10 laps to go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hold on to your hats. They've got to go past.
Or not. Okay.
Trogdon should be told to go, or Savignano should be told to go. There's one.
Oh, there's one.
There's 2.
Yeah, there he is.
Go
So
on.
Trogdon's going to be now back up on the lead lap, but he's going to be at the very back with 10 laps. I don't know if he'll be able to make it, but we'll see. It's be interesting. I think Alex Witt's put in a good spot now. He's got about 10 lap newer tires than Savignano. Same with Dan Michel. Well, Jackowitz did not take tires, but Brandon McLaughlin is about the
121.
same as Trogdon.
Yeah.
So same with Spainhour, 118. So I think Witt or Dan Michel have a real good shot at this.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're green. Did Trogdon even get to the back of the pack? I don't think he did.
Nope.
I think that call come very, very late. This is a go, thrash your tyres off now. Because Savignano's there, he's got fresh boots on. Witt's got fresh boots. Michel's got fresh boots. Trogdon didn't even get round, which is a very bizarre call. Late call. He's still in 6th at the moment, but he's still late. This is the moment now. It's all going to be between these guys up the front here, Kenton. How's this one going to work out?
I have a feeling Witt and Dan Michel might reel him in pretty quick. I mean, they're lapping about the same. Dan Michel 28s, Alex Witt's in the 27s, but Savignano, he's really pushing these tires. He's still holding on to those 27 mids, or 27 high, I guess. Dan Michel did just set a purple sector 2 and the fastest lap at a 27:34, so they're going to start reeling him in. 27.52, 27.5. I think Dan Michel might have some pretty solid pace if Witt and him can kind of work together to get to the front. Could get interesting with Anthony Savignano. Sort of.
I've never seen Witt and Michel work together though, Kenton. I've got to be honest.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Okay, just checking we're on the same page here because I've never seen them work together in the time we've been here.
Could, not that they will.
Oh, okay, okay.
There's a possibility.
There's a lot of words involved in that, and you know, we'll see how it goes here. But we're going into the final 6 now. Savignano, Alex Witt, Dan Michel. It's going to be this 3-car run. Trogdon, after coming in, looking promising, still going faster than Noel Jackowitz and Brandon McLaughlin. David Trogdon, but that call was late for them to go past. I think that was somewhat, I don't know if that was iRacing's call or if that was in-house call, but it was a late call. They didn't even get onto the back of the pack, but it's going to be this 3-car fight, 5 to go. Savignano, Dan Michel, Alex Witt. Oh, that's what he needed! Oh, it's a caution, it's out! It's out! Caution's out! Oh!
I was watching the times. I didn't even see. I was trying to see who was putting up fastest times here, and did Alex hook him, or did he come? Oh no, he didn't. He lost it.
Yeah,
he lost it as he went down onto the apron. Oh. Yeah, he lost that just as he hits the apron and kind of slips. That rear end just kind of turns on him.
Has anybody got tires remaining?
Oh, no one's going in now. Green, white,
Bro,
checkered.
I would if I was
position.
mate, if I was sitting in that 5, I would be looking at diving in because of how slow this is. I would, if I've got tires, if I got boots left, I would go and put them on. I know it might sound crazy.
Track position.
Dude, you don't know the difference is 2 seconds with the speed difference?
No, everyone's on the same age tires other than like TJ Spainhauer down in 7th. Brogdon, I guess, but like, I don't think it'd be worth it.
Oh.
I think that would just send him around or risk losing track position like that. This is going to be, Cody Kern's going to get the lucky dog. So there's him going.
Green, white, checking, ladies and gentlemen.
This got a little more interesting because now Trogdon's caught back up at the field.
McLaughlin's in there. Michelle's in there. So Witt 139, Michelle 139, McLaughlin 121. Jakowitz also went in on 139. Saviano on 138, I think that is, or 130. Trogdon in on 119. Witt clipped Saviano. Yes, fair, we saw. Thank you.
Saviano lost the rear end before Witt made contact.
I gotta be honest,
it looked like it was net code.
Yeah, watch.
As you can see, right as he gets down, he just loses it going over top. No contact. And then he gets loose.
Slide in.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's what happens. This week has been pretty rough trying to take it down on the dog leg. It's been fairly scary at times. Well, dude, you let's be real. Vernon, you did like 70 laps. Didn't do them all, but fair play. Great effort. 50% of the total. We'll give you that. Okay.
Round of applause.
Yay! Well done. Right. Here we go. Lights
More than I did. So.
Yeah, lights are off. I should have a soundboard set already. Trogdon is not in position. Oh yeah, he's 6th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He looks further back than 6. Right, here we go.
Trenton Kimmel is
and Brusso.
It's a split car, yeah.
And Brusso.
Yeah, Brusso. So.
Right, we're going to be green, green, green. Hold on, we're going to have 3 laps to go. In the next 90 seconds, you're going to find out who's going to come away, who's going to win Phoenix. There's the 3 and 4 wide, which is what we were talking about would happen right at the beginning. Already, there it is, the split going on. I think there could be one more caution in this. I've just got a funny feeling. And at the same time, Russo went in on 133. He's rocking tyres for days. Alex Witt out in front, 2 to go. He's going to come to the final lap. McLaughlin's just been run, well, bypassed by Saviano like he was stood still. Oh, white flag. White flag, Alex Witt. Dan Michel. It's going to be a fight to the end. Oh, look at Dan. Oh. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. He's going to come round to the final corner. Who's going to come and take this one? Is it going to be Dan Michel? Is it going to be Alex Witt? Michel's dived. He's going to put him round. Oh, filthy.
Dan doing it, Dan. Dan doing the Dan.
Dan Michel taking the victory as he knows. Saviano's, I think somebody's got to get it. I think it might have been Dan Michel.
Yeah, Dan got it. That's going to be
a contentious issue.
Oh, he dive bombed that one pretty hard.
And then Brusso, boom. Whoa, there was other people going around as well at the same time there. Cody Kern also hit the had a crash. I like to point out, McLaughlin got third though, so fair play. I think Cody Kern avoids it and then gets hit. Bang, now he does, yep, and around he goes. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be an interview and a half if he comes into this booth, I can tell you that much. But let's have a look at the final results. Oh, wow. Filthy, but racing, says Dan Michelle
Some.
is your winner. Andy Savignano in second. Brandon McLaughlin in third. I feel we've been here before with that one. No, Jackowitz in fourth. David Trogdon managed to get to fifth. TJ, another great win. Wasn't really on the radar. Great position, sorry. Wasn't really on the radar and finishes in sixth. So great one from him. Alex Witt down in seventh. Then Cody Kern, Sawyer Gara, Jordan Kimmel, Joshua Keefe, and then Armand Brusso rounded out the top 12. Rob Sizemore had him right where he wanted. It just wasn't on the racetrack. He's got him in 4 laps down. Then Bradley Young, Jeffrey Reed, Bradley Young, Joshua Kuhn, Trenton Smith, 70 likes, and then Terry, who was further down. I'm going to do this in reverse order. We're going to have a chat with Brandon McLaughlin. It's been a while since we spoke to Brandon. Let's have a combo with him now. Brandon, welcome in, bud. How are you?
Hey, how's it going?
I'm all right, mate. How are you doing?
Good. I ended up third.
You
It's
did?
fun.
How was it out there?
I don't know. I love Phoenix. I know it's hard. It's tricky. I don't know. Once I got the brakes figured out, then I was good to go. I just worked my way through the field. It was
Yeah.
fun.
He definitely did, mate. He had 14 places over the race as well. So
Yeah.
great job from you as well. A bit surprised how the end turned out, or was it expected?
I was surprised, to be honest. I saw Alex sideways, and I'm just like, please stay up there as I went by him. And then I looked down at the relative and I saw I was third. I'm like, oh, nice.
No, you definitely was doing well done to you as well. Just means keeping it on the racetrack. That's all you had to do and avoid that last one, and you did that as well. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Just my Fast Angry Racing team teammates. It's always a blast. And you guys, of course. I look forward to watching this tomorrow on lunch.
Okay, man. Well, take care, Brandon, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, sounds good. See ya.
Bye. We're going to go into second place now as Anthony Savignano led for 121 laps. Unfortunately,
no, it was that many.
It was that many. Unfortunately, it was not the last one, and he ended up in second. Anthony, welcome in.
How's it going, guys?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm doing well. Sorry for the boring race until the end there. I just had a really, really fast car, and I was able to pull away from everybody and maintain a gap. And we got cracking down to it with, I think it was on lap 130. I had 10 laps of gas left, and so I just decided to bring it in, undercut myself, try and play it safe. And that yellow came out, so I had 9 laps on my tires, and the top 3 went in, and I reclaimed the lead. And yeah, they were able to. Apparently, 9 laps was enough for them to get back to me, and I just got a little too aggressive on that block, and I let the apron get the rest of me there. But I'll take a P2.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say, where was your race defining moment? There's one in every race. Where would you say yours was?
I'm not really sure. I had a couple. I feel like if I would have stayed out instead of pitting on 130, then I would have had the lead when that yellow came out, and that was probably the race-defining move. But other than that, it was me bringing out that second yellow, getting sideways, trying to block Alex there with, I think it was 6 or 7 laps to go. So, I mean, I probably would have fallen further back than second had I not tried to make that block. But of course, didn't mean to bring out the yellow, or wasn't trying to at all. But I would say the race-defining move for me was probably pitting on lap 130 instead of staying out and emptying the tank.
Yeah, but you might have still ended up where you was anyway, mate, because I was say if there weren't that yellow, you would have been pitting on the green. That would have been, well, you would have been further down on that, to be honest. But Andy, listen, do a great job from you. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go, mate?
You guys up in the booth, I'm new around here. This is a great league. These guys are competitive up front here. You have the perfect voice for commentating. I love listening to your voice all the time, and your partner's great as well. So thanks for what you guys do, putting these races on, hosting the league and everything. So yeah, just everyone in here.
Well, we had a blast, mate. So if you watch it back and sit back and think, how did they make this sound interesting? We did. It was a great one. Yeah, man, we had
I
a
will
great
definitely
time.
be doing that after the race. I'm going to go check out some mistakes I made. But thanks, guys. I'll take the P2. See you next week.
Take care. Bye. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to bring in your winner of the race. Let's see what he thinks of the ending. Dan, well done.
I flubbed it.
You, what happened?
I tried to go underneath Alex. I had contact with him and sent him around.
We saw.
Yeah.
How was the conversation down in the chat?
Obviously upset. That was my fault. Like I said, I was trying to make the move and he was already coming down. But my fault.
Were you late or was he early?
I don't know. I don't know. The turn in at Phoenix here, you have to be pretty tight, close to the wall and entry. He was turning in. I thought he was in the middle lane, so I went lower, try and squeeze between him and the wall. Yeah, it was. I mean, I got there, but I got his corner. So what happened?
We're just watching it now on the replay. Yeah, I don't know if you could have gone any more left, but you are right. The late turn-in was a bit different from Alex Witt. But you took the victory. Obviously, barring any penalties, you'll manage to hold on to the victory. We're going off to Vegas next week, mate. How was it? How are you going to get on at Vegas?
I'm gonna let Alex win that one if he's in position. That was my bad.
So are we hearing the Breakfast Club working together?
Well, we usually do. It's just I make mistakes.
You just took out Alex. How can you sit back and say you work together?
Well, yeah, but that was my fault. Like I said, they work together well. We work together. We talk about strategy and what's going on. But when I make a mistake, I make a mistake. That's on me. That's not on the team. You can't blame any on Alex.
No, I'm only messing, dude. Listen, it's been a pleasure as it always is. Let's see what comes of it. Anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Well, yeah, Breakfast Club. It sucks, but I mean, we were all in there trying to figure out what we were gonna do. I was trying to save fuel and make it to the end. Everybody else was just trying to run it out. It sucks that the caution came out when it did. I know it was avoidable, but it is what it is.
Oh, man.
I was set for a pretty good strategy, but the caution did help us somewhat, I guess. Other than that, the broadcast booth, all the admins, fun race overall. Cautions are low until the end.
They were, but hey, look, I enjoyed it. We got so far and we only had one, so I'm happy. But Dan, well done, buddy. Look forward to seeing you next week.
Yep, thank you.
Wow. He admitted it.
Hey, yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Let's bring you up the schedule. As I said, we are off to Vegas next week. Kraken. Dan wishes he was in BCR. Who is Kraken? Let me know. I think that's Noel Jackowitz, judging by that. My thing. Being the same as his. Las Vegas next week, then we're going off to Homestead, Miami, and then we go to Martinsville. You may see an adventure on the race circuit. I believe it may have been laid down as a challenge for Mr. Albert Brusso. So you might have Jim and Kenton up in the booth, or Biggles and Kenton, whoever, one of them's going to be up there with Kenton on that one. And it's Darlington, Bristol, Talladega, Texas, and Kansas. What do you think of that race? I thought it was good. I enjoyed it.
It was way more exciting than I expected it to be, just mainly because we had doing odd
things,
off-cycle things. The ending was definitely interesting. We'll go with interesting. Yeah. Wasn't really expecting that ending. Like you said, he kind of owns it, so only so much hate you can throw that way. We'll see what happens in the next week. I know drivers tend to have longer memories, so we'll see if what comes of that.
Absolutely. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you for keeping the chat going with Trenton there as well. Both of you two together doing an amazing job. Billy, I think, was in earlier on as well. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on the bells. Wizard, Sizemore might get him one day. And I'm hoping I'm here for it. It's going to be an absolute classic moment. But as always, you all take care. You all take care. Have a great week. And you never know.
Y'all.
We might see you on the track sometime. Good night.